Hi everyone, my name is Brett. I am a senior at USC studying neuroscience. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I also study product design. Outside of class, I like running a lot. I run track and field on the club team, and I make YouTube videos. I'm also really into fashion, so I'm making a lot of my own clothing pieces. So a typical morning looks like me waking up at like 8 a.m. and going to get coffee because I simply can't function without coffee. And then I come home and I have a lecture at 8:30 that I have to attend to. It's for my physics lesson where I teach like physics. I have to attend the professor's like lesson that he teaches. After that, it ends at like 10, and I do work from like 10 to 12. And like once it's like 12, I go to writing. So in the afternoon, I go to like my research lab, and we're like studying like molecular underpinnings of like aging. So I go there until about 3 p.m. From 3 to 5, I'm kind of just like lounging around, doing any work that I need to be doing. And once it hits 5, then I teach my own lesson for physics, and that goes till 6, when I am then leading a club track practice. And that can last anywhere for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what we're doing. So today we're going to be doing easy day, and it'll probably last like an hour. And if we lift afterwards, it'll be another hour. We'll see what we do. And then from there, I have homework to do and eating to do. So once practice is over, then I pretty much just grab dinner and do any more work that I need to be doing for the next day and head to bed. But yeah. So we're in the intersection between SGM and GFS, which this is the building where basically all the science kids go to. These are like the lower level science classes and like OChem and stuff like that. So if you're like pre-med or you're doing like any major, like chemistry, bio, anything like that, you're gonna be going here, even for your GEs. There's a bunch of labs and stuff, and then this one's for the writing building. So all USC students have to take a lower division like writing and an upper division writing class, and these are like where they're at. So this year I'm taking RIT 340, which is an upper division writing class, and I'm in there Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So where are we right now?
We're at the engineering campus. I have not really been here that much, but it's a great place to study.
Amazing, great. So what's your major, and why did you decide on that major?
So I'm a neuroscience major, and I'm doing a minor in product design, but I chose neuroscience because I kind of wanted to be pre-med coming in. Maybe not still thinking that, but like that's what I wanted to do when I came in, and I was bio originally, but neuroscience seemed more interesting to me at least, and I like the consumer behavior kind of aspect, so I'm taking a lot of like neuromarketing and like consumer behavior classes now that can kind of go into like the business field, but also just like understanding like people.
Great. What does the neuroscience major look like the structure of it, curriculum?
Yeah, so it's pretty similar to a lot of like, you take a lot of the basic pre-med classes still, so it's like you take bio, like under the general chemistries, general biology, stuff like that, so you get your like gen sciences done, and then you start taking upper divisions where you have like introduction to cognitive neuroscience, like and then like a lot more like about the brain. I feel like I've learned about like epilepsy and stuff like that so many times. Like a lot of the classes are a little repetitive, but it's a lot about learning about like certain diseases that we have, like that are out there, like how to treat them, and like the neuromechanisms about that. So like all the nervous system.
Amazing. And you also have a minor?
My minor, which I like am a lot more passionate about, I feel like, which is kind of funny. I feel like a lot of people I know are like that too. But it's in the Ivan and Young school, which is like basically new. It's Dr. Dre's school, and so basically it's like product design, and a lot of it is essentially designing products and actually making them. So we'll have like a creator space where we'll go in and like 3D print, laser cut, water jet, and like design like a bunch of stuff, and that's like the classes there, and it's honestly so cool. What drew you to neuroscience, and what drew you to product design? So neuroscience, I feel like I was really good at the sciences in high school, and I felt like I wanted to do like pre-med, and it was like interesting in the beginning. Like I thought it was like challenging, and I thought it was actually like the neuroscience class that I took when I switched into neuroscience was the most interesting class I feel like I've taken at USC basically, which is like I was like BISC 421, and you learn about like so many different things that are like currently happening in research, and the professors that are teaching the course are the ones finding it out. So like in their research, they're like learning about like amblyopia and like stuff with the eye, and then they're like teaching it in the curriculum, which I thought was super cool. And then product design, I wanted to have something that was creative and like separate from my field. So I was like, I want to be able to explore outside like what my career is going to be, and this is the only time to do it. So I was like, all right, am I going to take another medical minor? No, I'm going to be doing that for the rest of my life as of now. Why don't I just do something cool like product design and be able to like critically think about things and like be creative in a sense that's not like drawing.
All right, so we're outside Lion Center. You are in charge of the club track team, is that right? Tell me a bit about that.
So we like didn't really have a running community here before I came here. It was like run on your own. Like you can't really run far like or much like away from campus at USC because it's not the safest place. So we didn't have a community, and I like really liked running, but the D1 team is like absolutely insane.
Right, they win a lot. They win literally like Olympic medals and such. Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, cool. So can't join the team really. I'll try to walk on, but there's nothing here to help me walk on, and also like there's no running community. So I wanted to start it. So sophomore year I kind of was putting in the works to making the club. And then junior year, we're like officially a club. We're like, the RCC is like the head of club sports. We got recognized, and now we have like 60, 70 runners. And yeah, we're racing actually in a couple weeks. We have a retreat this weekend, and it's become like such a huge thing now, and it's like actually established and so fun. But yeah, it's like people we can just like go run with now. You can text anyone and be like, let's go on a run, and it's super chill, and anyone can join.
That's exciting. So what went into like building it as an official club sport, and what does like the week-to-week of it look like now?
So for like building it to the official club sport, you have to join like a running league. Well, we have to get recognized by the RSO of USC first, and then after we get recognized by that, you have to join like a running league. You have to recruit runners at the involvement fair. We have to like get them all signed up, host practices, and then once we have like an established team, we have to go pitch ourselves to the like club sports like council, and they'll accept us or deny us into the club sports. And then from there, we kind of have to do, once we get accepted, we have to do like volunteering, we have to do community service, stuff like that in order to be maintaining the club sports. But for me, it's like a lot of what I do. So I'm like the only person heading distance. So I have to take charge of the whole distance team, which is essentially making their uniforms, registering them in races, scheduling practices, scheduling when we're going off campus to like Malibu or Santa Monica to run. What else am I doing right now? I planned all of retreat, so I booked 2 Airbnbs, figured out like food and stuff like that. And I get help from some people, but a lot of it is like onto me because I like have been here for a couple of years and know what to do. And then other than that, I can't miss practice because I'm the distance captain. So I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday practice for a couple hours every week, and yeah.
Wow, it's a lot.
I know, that's like one of my big extracurriculars that is like it's my baby.
Absolutely, absolutely. What else do you do extracurricularly outside of class? So
I'm like an SI leader, which is essentially like a TA for a class, but I'm an SI leader for physics, which is kind of ironic because I sucked at physics in high school. I was awful. And then I came to USC and I took the physics class and I was like, wait, this is not as bad as I thought. So then I applied, and basically I just like go to like lecture, and it's like a class I took before and I like did well in. I go to lecture and then I watch it and I create sheets, and we make lessons, like 3 or 4 lessons a week, and then teach the students in a more like digestible way that like maybe the professor isn't the best at doing. And then I answer all questions, do like midterm reviews. Like yesterday we had like a 2-hour midterm review that I did, where I had to like make a whole sheet of like everything that we've been studying for this past midterm, and then help and then answer questions and stuff like that. So that's a big chunk of my time too.
Yeah. You are now in your senior year.
Yep.
Now that you're wrapping up your experience at USC, what has been the best part of it?
The best part? I mean, like, the people here honestly have been like what has made my experience the best. I didn't realize that, like, I feel like people here aren't mean. Like, LA people aren't mean. Like, I have such a fun time, and like, the whole, like, I like kind of USC's culture. And it's just been great getting to know my best friends. I feel like they're my family. And yeah, and like going around and seeing LA, like that's also amazing. Like this is like it's such a unique opportunity because we're near so many things. But yeah.
Great. What's next for you after graduating? If that's not a rude question
to ask. Not a rude question. I mean, I'm still figuring it out. I want to do more stuff with my minor, product design. So I'm going to be applying to like industrial design firms probably, but then I've taken my MCAT this past summer. We'll see if I want to go down that road or not. But yeah, we'll see.
On the other side of it, what advice would you give to a high school junior or senior who's en route to applying to USC?
So for like the application?
Yeah,
like,
for the application process, also just general, like, what do you wish you would know maybe when you were going through the application process?
I would say that like some of my biggest mistakes when applying was just like shotgunning them, like doing them like pretty quickly. For USC's, I sat through and like looked at it for a couple of weeks, was writing my essay for USC for a couple of weeks. Definitely take your time and like really let your personality show. That's like what they really like. USC is like unique in its holistic kind of view. I feel like a lot of schools like care about your stats and stuff, but like they do obviously here too, but they want to see your personality, which is why they have like the personality section too. It's not just like, are you smart enough to be here? Like a lot of people are smart enough to be here, but like what makes you unique and like why USC? Pick some things that here that like you like and write about it in your application. That's super important. If you want to learn more about colleges like USC and like other top institutions, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what you want to see next, and have a good one.